Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, April 20th. April 20th. How you doing? What's going on? Talking to you from the road. Don't you know? Sorry. I'm in the middle of nowhere, man. I'm in fucking Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I haven't seen shit. I haven't seen shit here yet. I ain't seen shit here yet. I'm in the middle of the Southern tour here. Traveling on the bus, fueling up next to truckers. It's a whole other world, man. Whole other world, those truck drivers, you know? But you know what? I only saw one real fat one. I saw one fatty. You know, one big guy was just like, dude, you need to start jogging some laps around your truck, man. That's got to be the hardest fucking job to stay in shape. Holy shit. So one guy is fucking sitting there, he's got a dog in there. You know, how the fuck do you make any time when you got a dog? I mean, you got to fucking pull over every couple hours, right? Well, I guess you got to get gas anyways. I think got to take a shit, you know? It's like you can just fucking pull it over. It's a goddamn 18-wheeler. Oh, an 18-wheeler. Anyways, this is the Monday Morning Podcast. This is going to be a fucked up one because I'm in a silly-ass mood, and I have no idea what's going on in the world right now. I know that there was some refugees that floated over on some little boat. Not little boat, like 700 people. Oh, my God, I fucking hate those stories. They always skip the part, too, where they go, there's some bodies being seen. They never talk about all that Quint from Jaws shit, the amount that were treading water and got eaten by sharks. Dude, you know how bad a country has to be for you to fucking take your chances doing that? You wouldn't get me out on a fucking lake. I do not fuck with, I go into pools. I'll be in a pool all goddamn day. Fuck that. I wouldn't go in a pond. Fuck that. These goddamn people are trying to cross the Mediterranean Sea. I don't even know where they were coming from. Jesus Christ. Now, how do you, as a dictator at that point, how do you not know at that point, like, hey, maybe I should ease up a little bit on the people here. They're trying to cross the Mediterranean on a goddamn hoopty. People fucking boogie boards and shit. At that point, you got to know, you know, even if you didn't give a shit about them, you'd have to be thinking like, I think there's going to be an attempt made on my life pretty soon. You know, considering 700 people just died, you figure they got to have a bunch of people that loved them, right? Say 3 people loved all those people. There's 2,100 people that want to fucking kill me extra today as a dictator. You know, it'd probably help if I actually looked to see which one it was. The only dictator I knew in that got beaten to death by shit from AutoZone. Remember that guy? Gaddafi? He got beaten to death with like fucking car batteries and antennas, walking around with half his fucking uniform on. That was a travesty. You know what I mean? That was like worse than seeing Emmitt Smith playing for the Arizona Cardinals. You know that? You know, like when you just see like, me and Verzi talk about that. Patrick Ewing when he played for like Orlando. Just seeing him in that uniform. Seeing Gaddafi walking around with half his Boy Scout uniform on, begging for his life. Not like I was a fan, but you know, it's like you gotta know when to get out of show business. And that includes being a dictator. You gotta know, you gotta be able to feel it. You got to be sitting there going, all right, people are leaving this country in shit boats just to get away from me. How much longer are they going to put up with me? How much longer can I keep the facade going that I can beat everybody's ass one-on-one here in this country? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Hang on a second. Can we at least have the decency for the victims to know where it went, you know? That's terrible. That's terrible that happened to them. But I got to tell you, it's good for the baby seals. You know what I mean? Because that's 700 less people eating fish now. And they actually fed fish. What they did was tremendous. You know, have you guys seen that story? Like, there's like baby seals washing up on the ocean. Washing up on the beach just because they're starving to death because the oceans are so fished out. This is probably a bad thing to bring up, you know, when you're sitting there reading this thing. All right, London. Rescuers grabbed, scrambled. Why won't this fucking thing let me select it? There we go. All right, where did this happen? It's being reported from London, Mediterranean, crossing Europe to Europe from Africa. Okay, all right. More than 17 vessels were searching for the survivors. Oh, my God. 70 miles off the coast of Libya. Now, Libya, isn't that where Gaddafi used to fucking cut all his hits? And he used to record out there? All the, the fucking teen idol sensation out there? I gotta look this up here. Libya dictator. Dictator. Who do you got? Anwar Sadat? Muammar Gaddafi. How the fuck do you take shit from a guy named Muammar? You have to do what Muammar said. Now, fuck him. He never looked like he was a badass, did he? He just always looked like, that was just bad casting. I'm gonna vote that guy worst, like, most unintimidating, like, fucking dictator ever. You just look at his face. I don't know what he looks. He just looks like, what he looked like to me was, what's his face? Oh, Christ, what's his name? Bobby, fuck. I'm the worst. I gotta get off the road. The fuck is his name? Oh, Jesus, it's the perfect fucking analogy, too. It's going to torture. I'll remember it. I'll remember it by the end of this. Anyways, I'm just saying, the guy's face, he looks, you know what it is? He looks like this guy that I know that I can't remember his fucking name. This is going off the rails over here. All right, anyway, so we're on the southern tour here. We did Savannah the first night, and just a great crowd, beautiful city, and the usual shit. We go up, me and fucking Lawhead, we flew out on the 17th because we're coming from the West Coast, and we show up. We don't have a vehicle. We're staying out by the airport, so we're nowhere near downtown Savannah. I didn't see anything in Savannah. I didn't see Old Town. I didn't see shit. I always wanted to go there. I never even got to it because we were staying way out by the airport, and the bus hadn't shown up yet, right? So we say to the lady downstairs, right? First of all, they fucking check in. She takes my driver's license and, as always, just starts typing shit in. I go, what are you doing? She goes, I'm typing in your home address. And it's just like, for what? Well, just in case you leave something. Well, if I leave something of value, I'll call you guys. I'll notice, and then I'll call you guys. And then you guys, of course, will say you couldn't find it because it was of value. The housekeeper that you're not paying shit is going to keep it. There's no reason for you to fucking take my home address. You're just going to sell it to somebody else and make a little bit of money. So today I went to go check in the hotel, and she takes my fucking driver's license. She goes, type in. I said, what are you doing? She goes, I'm typing in your home address. And I go, I don't want you to do that. She goes, you don't want me to do that? I said, yes, I don't want you to do that. She goes, okay, how about just a zip code? And I said, no. And she said, okay. So that's what I learned today. It's fucking optional. Fucking assholes. Just fucking take your ID. Just telling these people to just start fucking typing your goddamn address in there. What the fuck are you doing? I'm renting a room. Here's my credit card. Here's my ID saying that's my credit card. Now fuck off and give me a room. You gotta know where I live? Huh? You fucking weirdos. I'm telling you people, don't do that. Don't do that, because they upload it onto their shit, and then it's just out there. The next thing you know, I don't know what. If you're lucky, you're just getting spammed by a Red Roof Inn. Getting shit sent to you directly. If you're really unlucky, I don't know what happens. Somehow they fucking steal your identity. Somebody shows up at your fucking house. Either way, it's rude, and it's completely fucking unnecessary. And I'll tell you right now, this freckled faced cunt is against it. 100%. 100%. So anyways, we say to the lady downstairs at the hotel, we're like, we walk in, right? I see Lawhead. Lawhead sees me. We obviously know we're going to start drinking immediately. And I ask, we walk in, is the hotel bar still open? She's like, no, it isn't. It just closed. I'm sorry. You want me to go make you some? You're down south. We're really polite. And I was like, no, that's all right. You don't have to make us some. Is there a bar nearby? And she goes, yeah, there's one on Hare Street. And I'm like, all right. Can you walk there? from there? She's like, oh, no, y'all can't walk there from here. You can't walk all. That's too far. You can't. Why? You gonna get attacked by a wildcat or something. And I was just like, all right, well, let me look this fucking thing up. And I looked it up. It was like a fucking barely a mile away. You know? It's like, what do you mean you can't fucking walk? So we fucking walk over there. We literally walk half a mile of the walk was getting out of the goddamn fucking hotel area. And then we just look down the streets. We see lights. We see civilization. You can't walk down. I mean, you could do it, but I mean, I don't know what would happen to you. So we go all the way down. She didn't even talk like that. I just like the southern accent and fucking annoying people from where I'm touring. So we fucking head all the way down there. We end up walking to this bar. There's this little band in there, guy on guitar and a guy playing drums. They're both killing it, singing all this shit from the 90s. It's fucking tremendous. We're fucking drinking, right? The only thing that sucked was they were giving us shots of Jameson in glasses that they had just taken out of the dishwasher. So the glass was between warm and kind of hot. It was gross. It was making me sick to my stomach. But I kept drinking. And I don't know what happened. We just sat there laughing our asses off. We were watching some game. I don't even know what the fuck we were watching. And next thing you know, I looked up and we were the only two people left in the place. And we were too drunk to fucking walk back. We didn't want to. So the dude at the bar, this gay dude who was wearing a kilt for whatever fucking reason, I think because it was an Irish bar, he gave us a ride home. So that's how it started. He was a great guy. He came walking over, and he just took our fucking beers, put them in paper cups, and he just let us drink it that last little mile on the way home. And then I walked in to the hotel, and I said to the lady, you know, hey, can you still order room service? Is there any way we can order some service up to the room, some service room service stuff? She was like, oh, no, kitchen's closed. This kitchen's already closed. I'm sorry, y'all. You want me to go outside and go kill a pheasant for you? I'll cook it up. I'll bread it. I'll deep fry it. Make you some dumplings. And we were like, no, that's cool. And I went over and I bought a bag of fucking potato chips. I went upstairs and laid in bed drunk and ate a bag of chips and fell asleep. That's how the tour started. Remember I told you guys I was going to try to not put on any weight? That's how it started. That's what set the fucking tone, right? Then the next day the goddamn bus pulls up, right? The bus pulls up and we see that thing and it's just, I don't know. We've been doing pretty good though, as far as, you know, I went out and I got some cereal. I got corn checks, right? I got some bananas. That's my breakfast. And then I got some turkey. Did all of this in Walmart. So God knows what level of quality this shit actually is. Oh my God, dude. You go into a Walmart. Holy shit. You cannot believe the loss of hope in those fucking people's eyes. This fucking lady, when I went up to the deli, I mean, I was just like, hey, how you doing? I'm fucking turning on the charm. Hey, what's going on? How are you? And she's just fucking looking at me. She's like, what do you want? Just like, can I get a pound of that smoked turkey, please? And she's like, is that it? I was like, you know, come in, you're real high. Hey, how you doing? And somebody just fucking hits you with your attitude and you immediately got to adjust all the way down to them, you know? It's like the way I lost out on the negotiations last week on the rug, you know? And so I go from, hey, how's it going, Dolly? Yeah, I'll have some turkey. She's like, that it? That it? That's what she said, that it? And I was like, can I get 15 slices of cheese? You know, white cheddar, white American, whatever you got. She's like, yep. She fucking goes over and just cuts it up. And, I can't even tell you the way she, handed it to me while just sort of looking off into the distance down the aisles. You know, and it's just, ugh. You know, so now, you know, I'm shaking it off, right? I'm getting some fucking condiments for the sandwich. I got pickles, I got my mustard, and I get down to the booze. I realized I don't have any hard stuff, so I throw in a 6 of fucking Blue Moon, whatever. That's the best I got here. And these fucking assholes have the nerve on a Sunday to not let me buy a 6-pack of beer. The lady took it away from me. I had it on the little conveyor belt, and she's fucking, boop, boop, corn checks, boop, right? Half gallon of 2% milk, boop, everything's going fine. And then she goes, I can't let you have this, and took it away from me and set it on the other side of the register. Like I was going to lunge after it or something. I can't let you have this. It's before 12:30 on a Sunday. And I was just, it's like, are we fucking adults here? Dude, the way they fucking treat their employees there, how poorly Walmart treats their fucking employees, they're going to have the nerve to not let people drink before noon. They should be letting those people drink on the job. How fucking miserable they treat those damn people. How do I know they treat them miserably? I don't know. I just heard they have. They won't give me my beer, so now I'm trashing them. That's what I'm doing. I'll tell you, they got some fucking clothes in there, though. They got some decent clothes. If you just adjust your ego down a little bit, they got some decent clothes in Walmart. Like, you could make it work. If you just fucking spend a little more money on your pants. No. You know what you got to, this is what you got to do. If you're going to fucking go cheap on something, you can't do anything near eye level. You can't get away with a cheap shirt. You know what I mean? You just got to buy a real nice shirt. Then the rest of it can look like shit, but you have to be charismatic to keep people looking you in the eye. Because the second you start losing their attention, and they start looking down at the ground like, God, why am I looking at this motherfucker? Why am I talking to him, right? They're going to see your shoes and it's going to be over. And they're going to be like, this motherfucker shops at Walmart. He goes down to Wally World. Shit, we all do. We all go down there to buy fucking an 8-pound box of fucking Wheaties. We all do that shit. But this guy actually goes down there and buys the shirts. And I know what you're saying right now. Bill, why are you making fun of people who can't afford to shop anyplace else other than Walmart? And there's a simple answer to that. They're not in the room with me right now. Okay? They can't do me any harm. And I am unbelievably tough on my podcast. I'll fucking trash anybody. My dream is that people who wear Walmart clothes climb over the walls of gated communities someday and they just start murdering bankers and heads of corporations. Okay? And then in the fight, everybody dies. So then you weed out your mouth-breathing racists. Okay? And their spawn. And then you get rid of the guys up top. And then what you got in the middle is a bunch of regular fucking people who don't want to get fucked with. They're willing to get up, go down the street, sell some apples, come home, right? That's what I do in my dream world. I have no idea what I'm talking about. How much bullshit did I just throw at you? That was a good 18 minutes of your life. You're never getting that back. How do you feel? You getting through the traffic? When are you listening to this? I'm hoping the volume's fine. I know the last couple of weeks, every once in a while, the volume gets bad. It sounds fine to me. Did I just spell Libya, L-Y-B-I-A? I think I did. Libya. Who's that guy from Libya? I don't know who he is. He ain't from here. I think we should bomb him. All right, let's get to a little bit of advertising for this week. Oh, by the way, I got to talk to you guys about Blake Griffin. I like Blake Griffin. I enjoy watching the guy play basketball, but it is impossible for me to do that when I'm sitting next to fucking Paul Verzi or Jason Lawhead. They fucking trash the, no matter what the guy does. No matter what he does. He fucking dunks on somebody. The guy got there late. That was more the pass. He did it on some second string guy. Chris Paul does something. They're fucking jerking off. I'm not saying Blake Griffin's as good as Chris Paul, but I mean, the man is wildly entertaining. He is electrifying. He fucking has dunked on everybody in the goddamn league. Get off his back. They're acting like he's Joe Barry Carroll out there, like they wasted a bunch of fucking money. That guy, he's helping to put the Clippers on the map. You could fucking walk up to a Clippers game before that guy came. I didn't give a shit about that Darius Miles guy doing the fucking antenna thing. That's the closest they ever came to anybody giving a fuck about him. Right? Billy Crystal deserves a goddamn sports medal of honor for the amount of games that he has sat through. That guy said, fuck the Lakers and everybody else who goes there. I'm going with the Clippers. Guy's going, he's contrarian. By the way, did I mention that? Have you guys been watching The Comedians yet? Fucking great show. And the pilot episode, that pilot episode where they're trying to get that show off the ground, the way they did that, that's pretty much almost exactly just the conversations, putting two guys together that don't want to be together, but where their careers are at, they kind of have to be. A half-baked fucking concept, a bad fucking meeting, you're talking to your manager, your gut's saying don't do it, you end up fucking doing it. I mean, the way they executed that in the pilot was just, it was off the charts. 10 out of 10, as far as old Freckles is concerned. But anyways, Billy Crystal's been going to these Clippers games. I remember I went to a Clippers games at the old LA Sports Arena. He was there. The black dude from A Different World. Remember the guy who wore the glasses? Probably had some weird name for his character that fucking killed his career. Like Cockroach. You know, anytime you get one of those names, you're fucking done. Right? Doogie. Not Doogie. He actually got out of it. Jesus Christ. How the fuck do you pull out of the mud? Doogie. Urkel, you fucked. Cockroach, you fucked. It's another one. Screech. You're done. If anybody is getting into the acting game, I will tell you this right now. If you fucking turn it down. If your character just has a nickname, you're fucked. You're fucked unless you have the talent to start writing your own shit and producing your own shit. Then you can get out of it. You can get out of it. But your whole fucking life, you're done. Right? Am I out of my mind? Ow, go fuck yourself. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying here anyway. So I go to the LA Sports Arena. And it was Allen Iverson's rookie year. And I went down there to watch a game. And Biggie Smalls was in the crowd. And that was the trip. Within like 5 days, he was dead on that trip. And I fucking walked right by him. And he sort of had like these security guys around him. But he was just sort of standing there hanging out. And I remember that thinking like, wow, I guess that whole East Coast West Coast thing is over. But anyways, Billy Crystal was there. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm getting back. So last night we're at the bar, and I'm sitting there trying to enjoy the game, and we got into like three of the loudest sports arguments. I just remember seeing the bartenders in Knoxville just sitting there laughing at us as we're screaming at each other about shit that they didn't even care about. I remember one point this guy came up, he had a Red Sox shirt on, and Verzi just goes, how are you a Red Sox fan down here? And the guy goes, I'm from Boston. And then, fuck the Yankees. And then they get in this big fight. And then in the end, Verzi's going, what the fuck you guys yelling at me for? It's like, Verzi, you started with the guy. And he goes, no, I didn't. He walked up to me and said, hey, fuck the Yankees. It's like, Paul, you're not wearing anything that says Yankees on it. You started with him. This guy's wearing a Red Sox t-shirt. And he's going, no, I didn't. That level drunk you are where you just fucking, you ignore everything, all types of logic. So all I'm trying to do is enjoy it. And these fucking assholes, they won't get off Blake Griffin's back. I mean, am I out of my mind? They go, no, we're not saying he's not a perennial all-star. We're not saying that, he's not a good player. We're just saying that he should be doing more. It's like, I don't know, what you just listed was pretty fucking impressive, wasn't it? I don't fucking know. All right, let's do a little bit of advertising right here. All right, DraftKings, everybody, DraftKings. The wait is finally over. Baseball season is here at last. Oh, great! And the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Shame on you. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments, just instant cash, instant gratification. Why wait until the end of the season, everybody, to claim victory when you can win huge cash every day at DraftKings? It's like a brand new season every time you play. Just select 2 pitchers and 8 positional players, stay under the salary cap, and you can be on your way to an enormous payday. That actually, every time I read that sounds actually, oh, he's on my fantasy team. The fact that you're actually selecting this thing and you got to stay under the cap. And just how there's some math nerd that figured that out, actually sat down, and figured out, like, the fact that you have to stay under the cap, on the roulette wheel, those are the 2 green numbers that tip it in DraftKings' favor, But you're still going to show up. You still think you're going to beat them, right? Because you're that man right there. All right, last year, Peter from Colorado won $1 million at DraftKings in one day just playing fantasy baseball. Some other guy named Chris is sucking dick in a bus station. It's all how you gamble. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans just like you have already cashed in at DraftKings.com. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and enter the promo code DEFENSE, DEFENSE, to play for free. You could win part of the $300 million prizes being awarded this season. Use promo code DEFENSE for entry now at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. That actually sounds like a pretty fucking cool way to watch baseball. No, actually, I get a little schizophrenic because you're still not watching the games. You're watching the guys? I don't know. All I know is anybody who plays fantasy football or fantasy baseball, by the end of one season, they could actually announce a game. They know so much about the players. All right. Oh, MeUndies, everybody. MeUndies, no more sweaty balls. MeUndies, you wear them right through the fall. Rub your nuts on some wet leaves. Stick on the underwear, it's like a sleeve. It dries out your balls and you feel good. Then you get your dick sucked. Oh, yeah, when you're wearing some fucking undies. All right, MeUndies, 90%, that's the percent of your life that you're in your underwear. And your underwear gets old fast. You know that feeling of putting on old saggy underwear, you know? It's like if your grandmother's arms were your ball bag, that's what it feels like. You need to know the feeling of great fitting underwear that is 2 times softer than cotton. You need to know about MeUndies.com. MeUndies, no more sweaty clamps. MeUndies is the most comfortable underwear you will ever wear, and it's insane how good they make you feel. They fit perfectly, they don't ride up on you, and they literally pull moisture, gross, away from your skin so you stay cool. I have mine on right now. Do I? No, I need to order more. I actually really like them because they don't ride up on me, and I don't have sweaty balls. But if I ever was gonna have sweaty balls, it wouldn't be a problem with MeUndies, keeping that left and right real dry. I have mine on right now. And I am floating. That's what I'm supposed to say. They have cool styles for both men and women, and they look great. Check out the photos yourself at MeUndies.com, you fucking weirdo. This quality would typically retail for 2 times the MeUndies price. No retail middleman means more savings to you. Here, I'll make it easy for you. Go to MeUndies.com/burr and get 20% off your first order and free shipping. Save even more when you buy a pack of them. They guarantee you're going to be happy with them or your first pair is free. All right? And lastly, not lastly, but leastly, but this is the last one in this little chunk here. Trunk Club, everybody. Guys, you might hate shopping, but you still want to look good, right? What if you could snap your fingers and have a trunk full of clothes that fit perfectly and make you look amazing? You're going to love what gets delivered to you from Trunk Club at trunkclub.com/burr. You answer a few simple questions about your look, style, and size. Well, I'm kind of a free spirit. I like to play video games, a little shy. Look at your turtleneck. You pull it up over your face. Anyways, then next thing you know, they ship you a trunk full of fresh new clothes right to your door. You try them on, you keep what you want, you send back what you don't in the prepaid box. That's it. A better wardrobe than you could ever pick out for yourself in minutes, and you don't have to go down to the GDF mall. Did I mention the service is free? Your stylist, the shopping, the box, even the shipping, all 100% free when you go to trunkclub.com/burr. Only pay for the clothes you keep. No ongoing subscriptions, no hidden charges, no GDF malls. Do you realize this? You're just going to tell them what you like to wear. They're going to send you it. You keep what you want, and then you send it back, and you just pay for what you kept. You're living like a celebrity, like you have your own goddamn stylist. They never had this shit when I was a kid. I had to go down there and walk through that sea of humanity. Just great clothes, handpicked for your style. My listeners have used Trunk Club, and you know what? Everybody's giving back great reviews. All right? You're gonna thank me on this. And right now, it's completely free. So get started at trunkclub.com/burr today. That's trunkclub.com/burr. Jesus Christ. Could I be making your lives any easier? Run for your lives. Anyways, let's get back to the shit. I'll tell you this right now, man. One of the most depressing places I've ever been to is the U.S. Airway terminal connecting out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I was taking the red eye in. Oh, my God, the fucking humanity that I saw. Oh, my God, people just sitting there. you know. Guy comes in with I've been smoking fucking cigarettes my whole life, you know, with the tubes up his nose, carrying an oxygen tank. Somebody else sitting there, you know, with a plate of nachos. Right in her lap. Beautiful girl, just sitting there killing herself, just eating poison. Everybody just poisoning themselves. It was like this mass suicide that was going on as I sat there in the terminal. Nobody making a fucking quality choice. Everybody just choosing misery in the future. Don't even get me started with the fucking shoes. I was like going, wow, man, this is flying to Savannah? Then I realized, like, you know, some of them are going to other places. It was really depressing. You know, that's how that day, you know, was coming to a close. But then, you know, the wonders of the road. Next thing you know, I walk to a bar, and I'm with Jay, and I'm getting a ride home from a gay guy in a kilt. I mean, you know, you always hold out hope that it's going to turn around. If he's listening, thank you for the ride, and thank you for putting the beer in the fucking paper cups. It was tremendous. What a night, right? Oh, so we ended up going out to this speakeasy, right? You know, which is, you know, it's just a theme thing, right? It had a little key. We met these two fucking women. They worked for like the Savannah PD or whatever. Said, we'll get you in, right? So we all fucking head over there. And we're sitting in this bar. They're making some good drinks and everything. And I wish I had these two ladies on the podcast because I was just grilling them. I was like, what is the fucking weirdest? I go, don't tell me any of the sad ones when people are calling the cops. Give me the weird ones. The weirdest one this one woman told me was somebody said that their neighbor was jerking off and they could smell the semen. And she goes, you know, okay, so what do you mean? Like, is he standing in the window? Can you see him? She goes, no, I can't see him, but I can smell it. I can smell it through the walls. And they had to send somebody over there. Somebody goes, oh, all right, you can smell it? I got to tell you. Ma'am, I don't want to start an argument here, but I cannot smell any jizz. You know, I think you have a wonderful home here, and maybe you ought to get some medication. But anyways, so thank you to everybody who came out to Savannah, by the way, and everybody who came out to Knoxville. The fucking theater I played in Knoxville, I think I said Ralphie May did a special there, and I can see why. It's one of the most beautiful theaters I've ever been to. It was the Tennessee Theater, built in 1927 or 28, you know, just this unbelievably gorgeous place where you used to go down to watch movies, you know? I swear to God, if I could be alive back in the day, like, I think I would go back to when they first built a lot of these theaters that I played in, just to watch movies, knowing everybody gets dressed up. It's like a real big fucking deal. They had this giant Wurlitzer organ, and I forgot to look for the thing, find out where it was. They got it refurbished. Sent it out to some maniac in Reno that redid the whole goddamn thing. He's like the guy, I guess, if you're going to have your fucking giant Wurlitzer organ redone. And the crowd was phenomenal. You know what was hilarious? Was we were fucking on the way there. Law had such a big basketball fan. He wanted to fucking he wanted to go see like the Tennessee Volunteers trophy case, see Pat Summitt's, you know, trophies, like women's basketball. That's like how psycho into fucking basketball he is. And he ended up doing this Pat Summitt joke on the bus that had us dying laughing. But like, Verzi goes, dude, you got to do that on stage. And I said, Jay, don't do that on stage. Don't do that on stage. This is like their female Jesus. You don't do that. Don't do a dementia joke on there. And then Verzi goes, he should do it. So I said, all right, do it tonight, okay? And I go, and if it fucking bombs, all you got to do to save it is it was basically, you know, she's got dementia. It's like, well, if you saw that much women's basketball over the years, you know, you'd want to forget about it too, right? A silly joke. But if you say it in Knoxville, it's going to be a problem. Or if there's some cunt who blogs, they'll fucking flip out about it and wear my grandfather has dementia and you made me sad Monday morning podcast t-shirt, right? And then all of a sudden there'll be a controversy, right? Fucking baby seals starving to death, washing up on the fucking sand. They're going to fucking give a shit about a joke somebody told in Knoxville. So anyways, so he was supposed to go out. He was supposed to go out there and just do the fucking joke. And if it bombed, I go, just say, hey, I got to be honest with you. You know, Verzi said don't do it. Verzi said do it. Burr said don't do it. I learned something here. Next time, listen to the headline or something cute like that. So he gets to go doing it, and he does that shit first. Going, I don't know. I said this joke on the bus, and I don't know. I don't know if I should say it. And the crowd's like, come on, say it. Like he totally got him into it. And it bugged me because then it ended up working. And then he said, Verzi's right. It's like, no, well, once you did the fucking UNICEF speech before the joke, you know, you're almost questioning their goddamn comedy manhood about whether they're going to laugh about it or not. But anyways, I'm just breaking their balls. We're having a good time out here. So, hey, Chattanooga people, if you listen to this today, let us know what there is to do out here. I've never been here. This is fucking cool, this tour, because I've only ever been to Nashville. And we actually drove up from Savannah on the bus. And it was so beautiful at one point going through some of these national parks. I was actually sitting up front. I felt like John Madden on my way to Green Bay for a game or something. I was sitting up there. Absolutely. Eastern Tennessee, southeast of Knoxville, fucking God's country. I'm telling you. If you can just deal with them fucking hillbillies out there, and you know every once in a while somebody's they're gonna be coming for you, you know? I don't know what goes on out there. I could never get Nia to live out there. She's a city girl. You know what I mean? The way I get nervous on a subway, she gets nervous when she sees the woods. So, you know the deal. You know, who's going to make who more miserable? She's going to make me more miserable. She wins, so we stay in the fucking city. Stay in a city, in a state where we're going to be out of water in a year. How funny is it that I just put in an immaculate bathroom at my house? Spent all my fucking money on it. Didn't spare any expense. Was already probably not going to make my money back because they're just going to look at it as square footage anyways, and I added no square footage to my fucking house. But at least I had this great fucking shower, you know? And now we're going to be out of water. And once again, nobody seems to be alarmed by it. Nobody seems to be talking about it. Like, what exactly is going on? You know? Population, seals washing up, fucking running out of water. Everybody just staying the course. I think that's the game plan. I think that is the game plan. You just fucking act like everything is fine. And then one day you just take that asteroid to the face and it's over. Maybe that's the way to do it. I'm starting to give into it. You know, fuck it. You know, y'all can't do anything about it. What the fuck you gonna do? You know what you gonna do? You go kill yourself a pig, put it on a spit. You won't dig a hole? We gonna cook a pig today. I want to go to a fucking pig picking down here. Oh, by the way, when we go to New Orleans, the Pelicans are playing the fucking Warriors. Come out and play. I think we're going to try to go to the game. We got a day off down there. How fucking cool is that? But anyways, I absolutely love Knoxville, man. And I have to get back there again. The crowd was awesome. I have got to get back there for a game. And I was asking them what game to go to. And everybody was, oh, you know, go to the Tennessee-Georgia game. They play Oklahoma next year. That'll be a good game. And then this fucking old timer came up to me and he's like, game you want to go to is the Alabama game. And I was just like, right there. All right, that's the game I'm going to go to. Why wouldn't I go to it? That might be my goal. I'm going to go to every SEC team when they play Alabama and root against Alabama because it's just so much fun to root against those fucking guys. And scream, the dream ends tonight. You know, why, Bill? Why do you give a shit about it? I really don't. I just like being a cunt. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to retire, and I'm going to buy a house in Alabama. That's my game plan. That is my exit strategy. You know, God willing, we still have water when I retire somehow in L.A., and my house is actually worth something, and it hasn't turned to dust. I am then going to go out. I'm going to buy me a spread. Maybe Eastern Tennessee. You know, I'll be far enough inland that those fucking hurricanes will slow down. You know, maybe every once in a while there's a microburst and the trees lay down, but I'm inside. I have a nice brick house. Brick house. All right, let's get to some of the questions here. for this week. Oh, by the way, for the Thursday afternoon, Monday morning podcast just before Friday. If you would like, stuff that you want me to talk about, articles for me to read, videos, questions, any of that shit, you do it through Twitter and have the hashtag TAMMP. Tango Alpha Mike Papa. Sorry. Anyways, just hashtag it as that, and I'll fucking scroll through it 2 seconds before I start, and you'll get to listen to me read out loud. All right, factory-made diamonds. Okay, Bill, this is a follow-up from Thursday clip where you answered a question about real diamonds versus fake ones and whether or not women should be cool with the factory-made ones. Please ask listeners to go back and check it out if they haven't already. All right, well, go back and listen to that. I guess it was last week. I don't even remember talking about this shit. Hey, Big Billy Dildo. I was listening to your clip you replayed on the Just Checking It. Oh, from last week. Oh, that's why, because it was a throwback clip from last Thursday's. Just checking in on your Thursday afternoon, just before Friday, Monday morning podcast. He said, I know what this magical stone is. All right, I'll tell you the name, but you can choose to skip over it if you want, if you don't want the secret to get out. It's called I can't even say it, moissanite. Moissanite. It's not actually an exact diamond replica, but it looks identical to everyone that isn't trained to know the difference. The good news is that your secret amongst dudes can be safe. The only way to tell the difference is if you take it to a jeweler to figure it out. If it's a dude, they're not going to fucking rat you out. If it's a chick, well, then you got a wild card on your hands, but there's nothing you can do at that point. No, dude. Men who work in jewelry stores are also cunts. Because they're going to be like, oh yeah, he bought you a fake one. And because they know that the woman's going to go home and fucking lose her shit, and the guy's going to come back with his tail between his legs, bringing a goddamn bag of cash to buy a real one. I'm going to say, okay, so I can't even pronounce it, moissanite. He wrote it all basically in lowercase letters, so I don't know where to accent that word. It's moissanite for guys who need to buy their woman an engagement ring, but you don't want to blow a bunch of money on diamonds. Just get them one of this, and they'll never know. That's actually a great thing, too, to see if you got a gold-digging whore. She actually goes down and checks it out, like, immediately to see what it's worth. It's like, are you already fucking leaving me? What are you doing here, right? All right, he said, I just bought one for my girl last week, actually. I looked up the exact diamond equivalent, and it was between $6,500 to $7,000 just for the diamond. I paid $750. The best news is that my girl is totally on board with this idea, and her idea was to pocket the extra to go on a badass honeymoon. Yeah, absolutely. And then if somebody fucking goes, give me a fucking diamond ring of your life, you just give it to them. There you go. Jesus Christ. That's fucking brilliant. You know what? You should have counterfeit cash in your wallet, too. Just walk around, everything fake. I love this. By the way, who made up that thing about spending 3 months' salary on a ring? The fucking diamond companies. Of course they did. They had a whole marketing campaign around it. So they're really fucking you over on top of the fact that they have a fucking monopoly so they can charge whatever the fuck they want for real diamonds. It's a total sham. Anyways, just wanted to spread the word and let other dudes know that there is an alternative that makes both the girl and your bank account happy. Go fuck yourself. You know what? The more I hear about all of this stuff, the best thing ever has got to be real estate. You know what I mean? You can walk up to it. You can touch it. You can live in it. Obviously, if you got a building on it, that's just got to be the way to go. Fucking stock market. I have shares in this. Oh, yeah? Where are they? You got them in your pocket? I am a firm believer of investing shit that you can that you can walk up and touch. But now with the diamonds, I don't know. The whole diamond game now, if you buy into the diamond game now, you have to hope that the people at the top, the evildoers, actually keep that monopoly. Because if they don't, and you get free enterprise going on there, then what do you have? You get like Sprint starts digging for diamonds, right? Nokia and all these other cunts, and then what happens? You got a shitstorm on your hands. I swear to God, people, I'm going to buy an apartment building. I'm going to become a slumlord. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to buy apartment buildings, fix them up, rent them out to people, and then I'm going to slowly back out of this business. I want to retire the way Sinatra did the first time. That's my goal. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but I would love the way he did it. He's singing this song, and he just goes, "Excuse me while I disappear," was the final long line of the sign. Jesus Christ, the final line of the song. The final long of the sign. The final line of the song. There we go. And it's for that Pat Summitt joke. Look at me. I'm already losing my mind here. And he just stepped out of the spotlight. If he fucking left that way, come on, man. That's even better than if Jordan left after he hit that shot against Utah. I know I've already talked about this, but I am obsessed with how to get out of this business now. As I've hit the middle part of my career, I feel. 23 years ago, I was 23, almost 24. 23 years from now, I'm going to be 70. Just like that. Boom. Fucking over. What am I going to be doing, huh? 70 years old. You're either a legend at that point and they put you out to pasture in fucking Vegas, or you're on cruise ships. But either way, they're like, let you just stay right here there, Grandpa, and we'll bring the people to you. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm going to buy I'm going to become a slumlord. I'm going to buy a bunch of fucking apartment buildings in the middle of nowhere. And I'm going to buy a white-on-white suit, put on some weight, and just look like Boss Hogg, right? A redheaded fucking Boss Hogg. And I'm going to walk around with a white hat, you know, and a big cigar that I never light. That's what I'm going to do. There's actually some people that, who had a great fucking retirement out of this business? The Smothers Brothers. From what they told me at the Orleans casino, both of those guys, they started their own winery. And they have their own vineyard and all that type of stuff. And they got that thing going up where it was making enough money. Dude, you know what's so cool about them? When they retired, they didn't even tell people they were retiring. They just did their last show and they just left. Total fucking class act. No begging, no hat in the hand, no fucking crying, no being broke. They had their money. They had a good fucking time. They were done with it. They left. And now they're sitting on a fucking vineyard. Jesus Christ. You fucking tell somebody. Let me ask you this. What's your guys' game plan? What's your fantasy? My fantasy is that I somehow fucking, I don't know, have enough money in real estate, rental properties or something. I'm just spitballing here, right? That you're actually making as much in rent as you were doing your job. So then you can quit your job and just seamlessly walk over to that. You can just be like, yeah, I'm not working anymore. You got all your buildings paid for. You got all your things rented. Everybody's cool. I know this isn't going to happen. This is a fantasy. And then the check just comes in, right? You go live in the middle of fucking nowhere where it's cheap as hell. No property tax, no nothing. Get a giant ass fucking TV. All the sports packages, right? Get yourself a fucking book on how to eat vegan or some shit so you stay in shape. I'm telling you. And then every night you just get shit-faced. Be fucking tremendous. Tremendous. That's what I want to do. I got to do it like that. I can't be like these athletes that I see that go around fucking acting like jerk-offs their whole career. And then they're like, oh, fuck, I'm in my final contract. What am I going to do? And then they just keep playing and playing and playing. Fucking try on half the fucking jerseys in the league. That ain't going to be me. Just like Paulie in Goodfellas. That guy's going to die in jail, okay? That ain't going to be me. That ain't going to be me. Hey, smarten up, right? I hope that didn't hurt your ears like it just did mine. All right, let me get on to the next thing here. All right, ditched by a lady. All right, dear old Billy Freckles. I had a date tonight with a lady, and the plan was to go get dinner and then see a concert. She was really cool, and we went out to a good restaurant near my apartment. Dinner went well. I was making her laugh, etc. And after I paid the check, I told her I had to use the bathroom. She said she would she'd wait right outside the restaurant. So I went in and did my thing, but when I came out, I couldn't find her. I had only taken a piss, so it's not like I was taking a long time in the bathroom. I called her, and it went straight to voicemail. Then I waited around and texted her, and she said that she had to leave because her friend's boyfriend had just broken up with her and that she needed to go back to the apartment right away. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? She couldn't wait to say goodbye to you? I asked her if she couldn't have at least told me before she left, and she said she was sorry. We both have tickets to go see a concert next week, which we had planned before we planned tonight, but I think it's just going to be really awkward, and I don't want to do, and I don't know what to do because I'm pretty sure she just ditched me. I would love to hear your Boston accent. Give me some advice. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Yeah, you either got ditched or she's unbelievably fucking rude. But you can't hitch your wagon to this. There's no way you're putting a baby in that. The fuck, you have a baby, and all of a sudden, she squirts it out, and you're like, oh my God, look at it, honey. Honey? Right? She fucking takes off again. Yeah, you can't have that. She, I don't know. I don't know what her fucking deal is, but all I need to do right now, okay, you and this woman, it's fucking over. Okay? And your best hope, if you still want to bang her, is to stick by your guns that you don't put up with this shit, that it's fucking over, and just be matter of fact. Just say, no, that was really rude, and it was also very immature. If you weren't having a good time, you should have just said something. Then, no, my girlfriend, and then on top of that, you lie to me. I mean, I'm actually glad that all of this happened because I was able to see, that you're not the kind of person that I would want to be in a relationship with. That fucks with them. Wait a minute. He's not mesmerized by my pussy anymore, right? Next thing you know, she's riding you. These are all just fantasies, people. I don't know if any of this shit's true. All right, so wait, does she have one ticket and you have one ticket? I don't know what the math is on the ticket. You said we both have tickets to go to the show. Well, here's the deal. If you have both the tickets, then you just take somebody else. Yeah, and I don't even think I don't think you owe her a phone call either, do you? Or maybe you do. Yeah, maybe you do. I would just call her and just say, yeah, listen, I'm taking somebody. No, don't do that. If she has the tickets, tell her to keep them. Keep them. Yeah, I don't. This thing is over, dude. You don't need me. You know what the deal is. It's fucking over. I got to be honest. It's fucking hilarious that she just left. I've done that. I did that when I was young and immature. I did that one time. I met this woman and she wanted to go out and go see this band. And so we went out there, and next thing you know, she was up on the stage dancing while the band was playing, pointing at the crowd as if she was in the band. And I didn't have the emotional maturity to wait till she got off the stage to be like, yeah, I don't know what that was. It seemed like you were enjoying it, but, I'm going to go. And you know what? I just left. And I'll tell you this, I regret doing that because I think it was really mean of me to do that to her. If that's how she likes having a good time and likes going up there and dancing in front of a band that she's in, in front of a group that she's not in, pointing at the crowd as if she wrote the song, if that's what the fuck she likes to do, then, I guess, I should have let her do that. I was, the very least, I should have been a man enough to fucking walk away. So, trying to think, yeah, I've had a woman do that to me too. I had a woman one time was totally into me. It was over. It was a layup. She was going to bang me, and I went up, and I had a bad set, and I got off, and she was gone. I bombed so bad that a woman who was willing to have sex with me thought better of it. And this is the best part. It was a festival, and it was only a 15-minute set. In 15 minutes... 15, I have to think that halfway through my set, because I got off stage, she was gone. So about 7 minutes in, she did a 180 and just fucking walked out. So it came back to me. Oh, it always comes back to you. All right, crime that pays. Bill, if you could get away with a major crime, which would which would you be more proud of? A bank heist, an art robbery, an assassination of an evil world leader? Oh, assassination all day long. That was the first thing I thought of. That if you went to like the Last Supper of every douche making people's lives miserable, pretending like, they don't have, those people who buy up patents so we can't get energy, electricity and gas and all that shit easier. People who just fucking get in the way of that progress, rape the environment, fuck over poor people, all of those, they all go to the same meal. All right? And you just fucking, I don't know, you're behind like some photo or some shit with one of those guns that they have on like a fucking, I don't know. You ever see that when in Argo, when they went down the runway and they had that machine gun on that fucking Jeep, whatever, an M60? Southern people are tearing their fucking hair out right now because they know exactly what it is. An M60, it ain't made an M60 in years. It's an M68 at this point, buddy. And you just fucking mow them down. You just mow them down and it's over. And then all of a sudden, and then what, Bill? Then who's going to run us? Because I know it's not going to be me. Then somehow decent people all take those jobs and make the right decisions. And everybody's fucking chill, and there's enough for everybody, and everybody can relax. Right? That's what I would do. I would never do an art robbery because I don't have an appreciation for a lot of it, especially if it's just a bunch of scribbles. If it looks like a sleeve tattoo, or somebody kind of colored in your arm there, buddy. I can kind of see a bird, spider web. I don't know what else is there. A bank heist. I don't want to do that because that fucks with regular people's money. Art robbery. Then next thing you know, a butler's out of a job. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that I'd assassinate an evil world leader. Probably put me on some fucking list. Just added to the fucking audio that they have in the fucking basement of the Pentagon. Yeah. It all ends up, you just end up in a worker camp. I think that's how it goes from here on out. All right, roll the dice. Dear Bill, my wife has a friend who we've known for a long time and happens to be very attractive. Let me read this again. My wife's, you have more than one wife here, buddy? My wife has a friend who we've known for a long time and happens to be very attractive. Okay, so you've already rubbed one out to her. Possibly thought about her while you're banging your wife. Okay, the other day, over a couple of drinks with my wife, she admits that she wants to experience a threesome and she wants it to be with us. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Here we go. Jesus, we should have closed with this question. This is a closing bit right here. When my wife first tells me this, you can imagine my excitement. But then she adds the kicker. Her friend, while confessing her desire for a threesome, adds that she has genital herpes. Bum, bum, ba-dum, boom. Wow. I did not see that left turn coming. But she swears that it is dormant and we're not at risk. Well, how do you think she got it? Oh, that's such a stupid thing to say. Maybe she fucked some guy. You always have to fucking, look out for the women in these. Maybe she fucked some douchebag, scumbag guy. Like, have you seen that fucking, they got a billboard out in L.A. It says, do you trust him? And there's a guy laying there with this shifty look on his face with this woman looking at him. HIV positive, type of thing. They would never have a billboard, do you trust her? It's unfucking believable. Like, I saw one time one of these magazines, right? Where it says, reasons women cheat, top 10 reasons women cheat. And the top 8 out of 10 were because was something the guy was doing. It's fucking unbelievable. Anyways, plowing ahead. I am close to your age, so I ask you, do you roll the dice and go for it knowing that this may be your last shot at a threesome, or do you play it safe and politely decline the offer? Thanks and go fuck yourself. In parentheses, with protection. No, dude, you can't do that. You cannot do that. Because right now, you're going to have a fucking threesome, all right? Even if you did that, it's going to make it weird between you and your wife. It just is. As much as you're going to try to be cool, it's you'll be cool with it. She won't be. On some level, she won't be. You fucking moaned a little too much with the other one. It's going to be a fucking shit show. All right? And then on top of that, you're going to be reminded once a goddamn month that you did it. Fuck that. Fuck all of that. All right? This is the deal. All right? If your wife is willing to fucking do it, why don't you do it with somebody who's, you know what I mean? Who doesn't have any prior convictions here. All right? Get somebody with a clean slate. And, I don't know. I am sort of a firm believer that you can't do that with your wife. You do that with somebody that you're not going to be married to. I just think, you know, I don't know. You ever see that shit when people like fucking drink too much water and they die because like the walls of their cells like burst open? Like that's what I think happens when you have a threesome with your wife and somebody else, and it's basically the lining to your relationship. It's split. It's done. It's over, right? And then then her next thing's going to be like, well, let's do it again. This time, can we do it with a guy? And, well, no, I don't want to do it with a fucking guy because there's nothing in it for me. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Well, there was nothing. Fuck you. You enjoyed it. Women can enjoy other women. You know? Then you get into that. Well, that's a double fucking standard. Go suck a dick already. Leave me out of it. I'll be downstairs. You know, you're just walking into that whole fucking world. Jesus Christ. But you know, you got to give it up to this woman for just being totally upfront. Gee, I mean, look, there's something going on. The fact that you're excited by this and not shocked and that your wife is willing to do it. All right. You guys all seem like this is all pretty loosey-goosey here. I don't know, dude. Even with protection, they say you can still get it. Dude, fuck that. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I would politely decline. And then ask for references. If she has anybody she knows that doesn't have herpes that wants to do it. I don't know what to tell you here, buddy. I would say don't listen to your dick. What would you tell a friend of yours if they were in that position? Oh, my God. I guess the question I haven't asked is, how hot is this woman? Is it worth the risk? I don't know. You know what it is? I can't get beyond, like, what is the conversation afterwards? Okay? You guys bang. First of all, do not bang in your own fucking house. Okay? You want to walk away from that crime scene. You understand? All right? But then you got to be thinking, like, okay, then you get in the car. No, fuck that. You got to have that, you know, that awkward goodbye. Like, oh, yeah, that was fun. Hopefully it went well. Hopefully you don't get so excited, sir, that you fucking, you know, you get a false start there, right? Let's just hope the whole fucking thing goes well. And then you got that ride home in the car. You know, you both get in there. You're both trying to make, you don't know what to say, so you're just making noises, like sitting down, like, putting on the radio. Hey, look, they got a new Costco down here, huh? You know, God knows where the fuck her head's at. And I'll tell you this right now. There's no fucking way she's not going to ask some questions. So, you know, like, what are you thinking right now? Ugh. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, fuck you. Don't even start this shit. Now, this is the thing. I think you have to have that conversation beforehand. If you're going to do it, you got to say to your wife, all right, here's the deal. We're going to do this shit, but no being fucking weird afterwards. All right? None of this, did you like it? Did you enjoy her more than me? None of that. That's all off the table. All right? Then what do you do? Then she's sitting on it, and then, you know what she do? Then she'll start crying. I know I'm not supposed to say anything, but you know, I do have feelings. I'm just presenting the worst case scenario. Or, even worse, she fucking loves it and wants to do it all the time, and then that just leads to, it's just going to lead to other shit. It's going to lead to other shit. I don't know. Who knows? It could be fun. Could be fun. I just presented all the hazards that could possibly happen. Who knows, man? You could fucking go do it. Bing, bang, boom. You guys never fucking talk about it again. You get to check that off the list. You know, you stare at your dick for a good 30 to 60 days. Nothing looks funny down there. And you know what? You got away with it. Just like Woody Allen in Crime and Punishment, right? You just sort of get away with it. Who knows? Maybe it happens. I don't know. All right. And with that, Stamps.com, everybody. A lot of small businesses get stuck doing things the old way, just out of habit, including vital operations like mailing and shipping that can be so time-consuming. If you're still making trips to the post office, you need Stamps.com. With Stamps.com, you can do all your mailing and shipping right from your desk. Never go to the post office again. With Stamps.com, print postage for any letter or package using your own computer or printer. Then hand it to your mail carrier or drop it in the mailbox. Stamps.com is convenient and easy to use, and it will save you money. You'll get a special postage discounts you can't even get at the post office. I use Stamps.com to send out my posters. I sent them out. The Billy Bible Belt Tour posters. By the way, if you come to the show, all the posters will be autographed, and I'll be coming out after the shows to personalize them if you would like. Whatever. I'm trying to sell as many as I can so I don't have a garage full of them. They have been selling very well. High-quality paper. People enjoying them. That was a commercial within the commercial. Right now, use my last name, Burr, B-U-R-R, for this special offer, no-risk trial, plus a $110 bonus offer that includes a digital scale and up to $55 free postage. Don't wait. Go to Stamps.com before you do anything else. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Burr, B-U-R-R. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. And lastly, but not leastly, LegalZoom. 5 things you can count on when using LegalZoom for your business. You ready? Number 1, reliability. More than 1 million people have already trusted LegalZoom to help start their business. If you're looking to incorporate, form an LLC or nonprofit, get a DBA, or move LegalZoom or more, LegalZoom can help you get started the right way. Number 2, experience. They've been helping business owners with legal challenges for more than a decade. You can count on LegalZoom for all the details. Number 3, helpful support. They have the right people on hand to answer your questions, all based in the United States. Number 4, legal advice. Since they're not a law firm, LegalZoom built a network of independent attorneys available in most states. They can give advice on the best ways to get started, plus provide contract review and other useful services to help run your business. And finally, number 5, no surprise, LegalZoom provides complete transparency with upfront pricing and customer reviews. They have 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Make the smart choice for your business at LegalZoom.com today, and don't forget to enter Burr, B-U-R-R, at checkout to save even more. LegalZoom.com, promo code Burr. All right, let's wrap this thing up here with the final question. I know you guys, have you been watching hockey? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've been watching the Ottawa-Montreal series, of course, rooting against Montreal. Ottawa giving them a way tougher series than I thought they were going to. They played great. They just, Montreal's just fucking relentless. I can't even talk. I'm so fucking out of it. It's goddamn late nights. They've just been so fucking relentless. And, I don't know, man. They had to win. Obviously, they had to win the last game 3-0. I don't see Montreal losing 4 straight. Although, if they do, I don't know what can I do next week on the podcast? If they somehow lose 4 games in a row, I don't know what I'd do. It would just be the greatest thing ever. I would truly enjoy it. But then I would get nervous because we did that. We blew a 3-0 lead against the Flyers, and then the very next year, we won the Stanley Cup. So I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they don't lose 4 in a row. Do I? I don't fucking know. What am I talking about? All right. Mother Herb. Dear Billy Bong, Ripper. Monday is 4/20, and I know the Thursday podcast is now designated towards good vibes, man, while the Monday morning remains your bleak outlook on humanity. It really does. However, in the spirit of the holiday, can you please tell us something crunchy about yourself? I don't even know what that means. Perhaps a time when you connected with nature or saw the human race as one. Or in the least, tell about a song or movie you saw. Hi, that was awesome. Love you, love Nia. This guy wrote this when he was high. Love both you guys, man. I always seen the human race as one. I've always seen it. That's why it's so fucking depressing to watch the cunts at the top do what they're doing. That's why my fantasy is to take all of them out, and then people who are actually responsible go in and do the job, and they fix the world, and I don't have to do anything after I'm done pulling the trigger, and my life is totally easy. Maybe that's selfish. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm an idealist. You want me to tell you something crunchy about myself? It's not enough that you know that I make pies? Huh? From scratch? All right, you know what? I have a lemon and lime tree in my front yard. All right? And I get excited when I walk out there and I get to pick them off the tree. You know, and then I bring them in the house and I go, you know what? I'm going to make a key lime pie out of this. And then I come back later and I realize that I forgot to tell my wife and she's fucking used the limes that I needed. See, it's still going to go back to something bleak, you know, because that's what life is. There's the balance, man. You know what I mean, man? It's like, you know, when life gives you lemons, your wife's going to eat them, man. And it's just, you just got to be all right with that, man. You just got to look down at your toes, wiggle them in your sandals, and just kind of wait for the other ones to grow, man, you know? How was that? Was that fine? Was that okay? What do you mean something crunchy about me? How about the fact that I'm going out to all these tertiary cities? Yes, I just did use that word. Did I pronounce it correctly? I don't think so. How about that? How about I like going out and fucking hanging out with the people afterwards? I actually enjoy people on a one-to-one basis if they're not cunts. Right? You know what? You got me, sir. I think you stumped me. I don't know that I have anything crunchy. No. Sorry. I tried. What do you want from me? Baby seals washing up on the fucking beaches killed me this week. Is that crunchy enough for you? It's made me not eat fish the whole fucking week. I think I might be done with fish. I'm done eating animals that we can't grow, you know? Breed or whatever. And even then, I think I don't know. I go back and forth with if it makes me a piece of shit if I eat fucking animals. Or if, you know, they would have gotten eaten anyway. I mean, what the fuck would a cow be doing if we didn't have a fence around it? It would be walking around like a big, slow dope. And it would get, you know, there'd be a fucking mountain lion around his neck within 2 seconds. Just hanging there, slowly suffocating the thing. But we got the decency to have that ceiling gun hover over its head and poof, 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 and knock him out. So you can get yourself a prime goddamn rib. I don't know, there's a lot of questions. I like that angle, man. Try to draw out the crunchy side of me. That made me really uncomfortable. That was a nice feeling. Every once in a while, you got to get out of your comfort zone. All right, that's the podcast for this week. Go fuck yourselves. I'll check in on you on Thursday. And you know what? I'm rooting for the Tampa Bay Lightning because they have been hab killers. God knows the Bruins weren't. So that is my adoptive team. I haven't watched a second of the fucking Capitals Islanders series. That seems like it's going to be a great one. And I'm loving that the Islanders in that last year in that building are going out like champs here, you know, going down swinging. If I got the time, the games keep coming on, the East Coast ones when I have shows. So I'm in Central Time now. Maybe I can watch the first period of, what is it? I guess it's Game 4. All right, that's it. That's the podcast. Go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you next week.